back. I love this color on me.
I know.
Yeah,
it does look good. Well, you better get used to it because December 1st we will be all wearing these.
That's right, because it is World AIDS Day, and December 1st there will be 300 people or more up on Parliament Hill between the Flame and the Centre Block, celebrating, commemorating, and raising awareness for World AIDS Day. And to tell us about it is Khaled Salam and Brigitte Charbonneau, who's busily knitting away some of these fabulous scarves. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Julie and Julie.
So let's start with you, Brigitte. You have a bit of a story as to why you're involved with this organization.
Yes, I'm positive for the last 22 years, and I love knitting, and Khaled asked me to start the Red Ribbon Project here in Ottawa. And so we've been knitting, this is our second year, and last year we knitted 225. So this year it's over 300.
I was going to
and
say,
we have
more.
amazing volunteers to help us out, because I couldn't do it all by myself.
But you would try. I know you're the kind of girl.
I stopped my housework.
Right.
Yes.
To knit.
Hopefully somebody's picking that up.
No, I'll do it after December 1st.
Now, so why is this important to you? Because we were talking in the green room about, we'll talk about the research and stuff, but about the stigma, because being HIV positive still carries a fair bit of weight.
It does. It does. There's still a lot of stigma. People, I try and be open as much as possible, and but I also have to worry about my grandchildren. You know, some of them are still school age, so, and they go to a Catholic school, so it's a little controversial. You can't talk about it. I don't want my grandchildren to have a hard time at school because of me, you know, and I wish I could go in and talk about it, but unfortunately, because of the way I speak, we're not allowed.
Right. You know what? That might change over time for the reason why you're doing things like this. This is only the second year, and I said to you earlier, I thought it was more, because I remember the impact of seeing all the red scarves, of making that momentum on Parliament Hill, and you were saying like so much has been done in the last 22 years, is it? How's it been?
Well, it's been over 30 years, so over 3 decades of HIV/AIDS within the Canadian context, and there's lots to be, you know, positive and optimistic about, particularly when it comes to the advancement of the science and the biomedical aspect of HIV. So now in 2016, we're talking about things such as PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis. We're talking about treatment as prevention. We're talking about campaigns, undetectable equals untransmissible. So PrEP, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically a pill. It's an HIV medication. It's a once-a-day pill that someone who's not living with HIV can take to significantly reduce their risk of contracting HIV. Treatment as prevention, what does that mean? That means that if somebody's living with HIV and they're diagnosed early and they get connected to HIV treatment early, and they're able to maintain optimal health and have a suppressed viral load, then that in itself is a form of prevention, because it significantly reduces the risk of that particular person transmitting HIV to someone else. And that ties in with the whole campaign that we have now, undetectable is uninfectious, which means that if someone has a fully suppressed viral load, then the risk of that particular person transmitting the virus to someone else is basically negligible.
Wow.
So we have had, you know, so there's a lot, as I said, to really be excited about in terms of HIV prevention technologies, research, and the science that we're aware of, all the evidence-based information that we have now. But on the flip side, in terms of World AIDS Day is all about reflecting about what we have achieved, but also looking ahead in terms of what still needs to be achieved. And one of the things Brigitte touched on, which is our biggest challenge and battle still today, is the stigma that surrounds HIV/AIDS. Stigma fuels all the various things that we still have to achieve.
And stigma is just the knowledge of not knowing. So there needs to be a place to speak about it. And
absolutely,
I guess that would be my next question. How early do you think people should be talking about it? Should it not be in our schools?
It should be. I think as soon as you have health education in that class, I don't know what grade they start at.
It's grade 3 now with our curriculum.
Condoms should be mentioned, whether it's a Catholic school or not.
Yeah, it's a safe practice.
Homosexuality should be mentioned, because it's not. And they all think that because you're Catholic, you're not going to be a homosexual or a lesbian or a transgender.
Well, I don't
and
think
we
everybody
all
got
get
the
it.
memo on that
No,
one.
You know, we all get it.
Exactly.
I mean, and even for the seniors have to be aware, because if you're over 60, people think, well, you know, I'm fine. I'm not going to become positive. I've never had an STI, but you never know.
Yeah.
Right.
And if I wouldn't have gotten tested, I wouldn't have known either. You know, so living with it for 22 years, I've learned a lot, and I knew absolutely nothing way back then.
And I think too that, you know, the other issue is that, you know, it was so much in the headlines, and now it's kind of like, you know, drying
there might
away.
Be a little complacency around it.
We're going to be having the World AIDS Day event on December 1st on Parliament Hill. Can you just give us a very quick snapshot of what that's going to be?
Yeah, World AIDS Day, December 1st, Parliament Hill, 10 a.m. We're going to be hosting a red ribbon flag raising ceremony. We're going to be rolling out the second annual Ottawa chapter of the Red Scarf Project. We have invited community members, community partners, all levels of government, MPs, MPPs, senators, city council, to join together and commemorate World AIDS Day. And at this particular event on December 1st, City Council will be making a very special announcement that they have allocated an AIDS memorial site in Marion Dewar Plaza in City Hall as well. And then after that, we'll have a reception at our office on 19 Main Street at noon, where the local artist who submitted the design for the AIDS memorial site will be unveiling it to the entire community.
Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on the show. This is really great, and thank you for spreading a little bit of light and sharing the red scarves.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us.
If you don't get any one of these lovely red scarves, make sure to wear your own red scarf in support of World AIDS Day, December 1st. And don't go away. We'll be back with a lot more on Daytime.